Second, Coach, and then we'll have you start with a brief opening statement. Welcome to Orlando. We're happy to have you. And everybody back here ready? We're good? All right. Coach, if we get started, and then we'll take some questions from the room.
Yep, super excited to be here. We want to thank the Citrus Bowl for having us. I can tell you our families and, all the players are having a tremendous time here in Florida, in Orlando. So we're thankful for this opportunity, and we're definitely looking forward to taking on a really good Iowa team this Monday.
All right, if you have a question, raise your hand. We'll get you a mic. Who wants to go first? All right, first row on the right.
Hi, Tim. Chad Leistiko, Des Moines Register.
Hey, Chad.
Iowa's offense obviously has had some notable challenges this year. How much pressure do you feel like you can put on their quarterback with the defensive line that you have?
Yeah, well, we're obviously, always trying to, apply some pressure when we can. One of the things that makes Iowa unique is, they're very rarely off schedule. They work really hard to stay on schedule, I should say. So, we got to do a great job of stopping the run, putting ourselves in a situation to be able to rush the passer. So, right now our main priority is making sure that, we can put ourselves in a situation that would give us a chance to hopefully try to apply some pressure.
All right, we'll take one down front here on the left.
Tim, it's been quite the month for the secondary, I guess, for you guys. A lot of faces in and out. What's that process been like, and how have you seen some of those young guys step up and prepare for their opportunity in the bowl game?
Yeah, I think the key word is opportunity. Obviously we've had some transition back there, and, we wish those guys the best, and we're super happy for the guys that are here. So they're going to be great opportunities. Some guys that have played some guys that haven't played at all. But at the end of the day, we believe in the standard being the standard regardless of who's out there. So we're looking forward to watching them perform this Monday. I know these guys have worked really hard, and every single person in that room believes in them, and we're looking forward to watching them perform this Monday.
All right, we'll take one back on the camerizer.
Aaron, how have you seen Elijah Herring develop this year, and what do you think he can improve on moving forward?
Yeah, Elijah has had a really some challenges, obviously, but he's really done some really good things for us as well. I think at the end of the day, he's a guy who hadn't played a ton the year prior, was kind of forced into the starting lineup because of an injury early. But I thought week in and week out, he worked his tail off to put himself in the best possible position to be successful. So, we love the kid. He's one of the hardest workers on our team. And I think just like everybody, he has things that he can continue to grow in, and I think he's really fighting to do that. So we're excited for him. This will obviously be a great challenge for him, but I know he's up for it. It'll be fun.
All right, more questions from the room? All right, take one back on the left in the red, and then we'll go to the Scott there. We'll do it the opposite order. Scott, you can go first, and then we'll go to the red sweater.
I wanted to ask you about James Pierce and what has made him so successful, especially off the edge, and what's his upside?
Yeah, I think the sky's the limit for James. He's a tremendous worker for us. When we recruited him, we knew he had a tremendous upside, good size, good length, I should say. But he's worked really hard to put on the proper weight, to get stronger. Extremely athletic. I think he's just scratching the surface on how good he can be. He's obviously made a name for himself as a rusher, but I think he has a lot more versatility to him that, we're going to work really hard, in the next coming months to make sure that we continue to grow his game. So, but we're excited for him. It's hard to find that type of size with that type of athleticism, and we feel very fortunate to have him a part of our program, and, to watch him grow from the first day he stepped on campus to where we are right now just makes us extremely proud of the kid.
All right, we're going to go to the back and then to the red sweater on the left.
Aaron, back here. Two things for you. One, what's going through your mind with a little bit of time in between games and knowing this will be your final game in the orange and white?
Honestly, I'm just trying to be in the moment. I'm trying not to think about that too much. I love playing for this university. I love playing for the T. So, I'm gonna enjoy every last minute I have doing it. So, yeah.
Other one on the left. If you have a question, you can raise your hand.
Coach, last game for Aaron, sitting right by your side. Just what have you seen from him this year, and since you've been here at Tennessee, that's made him such a dynamic player and leader in the room?
Well, I think that last statement, a leader. He's worked really hard. I wouldn't say he's the loudest guy, when you walk in the room, but You know, I think you can see it in his play, you know, how hard he works, you know, the way the guys respond to him when he does speak to him. So it's just been awesome. You know, you love to see guys grow and develop, and to see where he is right now, you know, we couldn't be more proud of him. Tremendous worker, instincts off the chart. You know, we're definitely looking forward to watching him, you know, run through that tee one more time and put it on stage this Monday.
All right, we have any questions for Aaron in the room? And we'll take one in the back on the right.
Aaron, what can you do as a linebacker to help that young secondary and make their lives a little bit easier?
I'll just say, you know, communicating well with them, making sure, you know, we're talking pre-snap before the play happens. Honestly, just making sure we're on the same page. I feel like once we're not on the same page, you know, things don't go so well. So I'll just say communicating with them, you know, before every play.
All right, we'll take another one here in the second row.
Coach Banks, another guy that you've had played a lot of football for you is Jalen McCullough. His final game, 51st start. What can you say about the way what he's meant to you and his value he's brought to your secondary and your defense?
Yeah, it's been awesome. You know, it's like having another coach on the field. Extremely bright. You know, just a pleasure to work with. You know, he's one of those guys who really loves the game. You know, he's a guy that'll text you, you know, asking you about different plays in the middle of the night. It's been awesome. You know, just I didn't even realize it was so many stars, to be quite honest with you, until someone brought it to my attention a couple weeks ago. So we're proud of him. You know, I think it says a lot about him as a man and his durability and him being able to fight through some bumps and bruises. So we're excited for him. You know, not only has he been a tremendous player on the field, but definitely a great locker room teammate and a guy that we've enjoyed coaching through this ride.
All right, we'll go right down in front here.
Aaron, what's your scout bet on Iowa's offense when you've watched them on film and kind of study them? What do they do well?
I think they do well up front. I think their O-line does a really good job working together. I feel like they show us some stuff that, you know, we really haven't seen this year. You know, they run a lot of 13 personnel and 12 personnel, and they'll stay in that all game. I feel like that's a little bit different, stuff we really haven't seen. So, but I think overall, you know, they work well together, and they do a good job for sure.
Well, if you have a question, you can raise your hand. We'll run a mic to you. If not, we'll let the guys get going early. All right, we'll take one down front.
Tim, I wanted to ask about Iowa's passing game. I mean, it has been so anemic this year, but I know you're dealing with some losses in the secondary. I just wonder how, you know, how confident are you in the backups that are playing in this game that you haven't seen as much this year?
Yeah, I mean, we're confident in our whole team. You know, like I said earlier, you know, the standard, as cliche as that may sound, you know, we preached that from the beginning of camp, you know, to obviously the bowl game. You know, regardless who's in the game, you know, there's a certain level of expectations that come with stepping out on that field, and those guys understand that. So, you know, again, you throw all the records out, in my opinion, you know, the stats and all that stuff. These guys have had a couple weeks to get ready, you know, to work on things that they needed to improve on, no different than us. So we're going to go out there and put our best foot forward and do everything we can to try to get this victory. And I think those guys have worked their tail off, or they've been working their tail off, and they're excited about that challenge. And we're going to go out there and fight and try to get this victory.
All right, we're going to go to the back left and then up front right again.
Tim back here. Can you describe, as an assistant coach in college football today, with today's landscape, what December is like for you with all those moving parts right now?
Yeah, chaos. Is chaos a good word? Yeah, it's, you know, it's definitely challenging. You know, and it's different for me. You know, I've been doing this for, you know, a couple decades, and this is obviously a new landscape for everybody. So, but it is what it is. You have to be able to navigate through it. You know, I think the programs who continue to grow will be the programs that handle it the best. Like I said earlier, you know, we love our guys and, you know, the guys that are here, and we wish the guys that left the best. But it's just the nature of the beast right now. But it's been really busy. You know, it's a lot going on. You know, obviously coaching your team, you know, obviously recruiting. But at the end of the day, you know, the University of Tennessee is a great place to be. You know, we don't have any issues of getting guys that want to be here. You know, it's a lot of players who want to be here. It's a lot of guys that are already here. And we're definitely excited about the ones we got and the ones who want to be here.
I'll take one down front right here.
Tim, with those young DBs that are getting their first start, a lot of playing time, Do you see an impact next season in what they do in this game? There's so much talk on offense about this is sort of a head start for Nico. Do you see it that way with your young DBs?
Yeah, it's the same. You know, anytime you get a chance to get some reps under your belt, you know, it's a chance to build upon it. You know, game reps, you know, are obviously different than practice reps, you know, and having a chance to do it, you know, in the Citrus Bowl on this type of stage, you know, will be definitely a valuable experience that those guys can build upon heading into the spring and obviously the fall. So, yeah, it'll be great for those guys to, you know, go out there and cut their teeth and get this thing going, to get them a springboard to, you know, build upon it. Absolutely.
All right, last call for a couple of hands. All right, we'll take the red on the right, blue on the left, and then we'll wrap with that.
Iowa's tight end position has faced a lot of injuries, but what have you seen from the guys, Addison Ostranga, Steven Stilianos on film?
Yeah, versatility is the first thing that comes to mind. You know, those guys are obviously really good in the run game, but the way they move them around and get them as a vocal point in a lot of the pass game has been impressive. You know, obviously I've seen, you know, Iowa, you know, from back in the day at the other places I've been, so they have a great tradition at tight end. So anybody that they recruited to play tight end was probably pretty good at their high school. So they got our respect, you know, A, the way they block, you know, and B, the way they use those guys in the passing game. So we know there's going to be a great challenge for our linebackers and our safeties in terms of the matchups in the pass game, and then obviously in the run game with some of our edge guys being able to defeat some of their blocks. So it's a challenge, and we're definitely looking forward to it.
All right, we'll take one last one here on the aisle.
Coach, kind of a big picture question with all the chaos you talked about in December. I don't know how much time you had really to go look back at the regular season, but as a whole, how do you feel like your defense performed this season? How would you assess where improvement continued, where maybe things came up short, and kind of how would you assess how your group played during the course of the season?
Yeah, I think, you know, obviously our goal is to win every single game. You know, when you don't win every single one of them, you know, there's things that you want to improve on. But at the end of the day, you know, we felt like we made some great strides. You know, we thought we had really good senior leadership, and we felt like we did a lot of things to help this team move the needle in the right direction. So, yeah, I'm excited about them. I really am. You know, I think we played really good defense most of the year, and obviously when you don't win them all, you're disappointed. You know, I think we'll take time, obviously, after the season, take a deeper dive, you know, exactly where we can improve and continue to grow. But overall, you know, we felt like we played outstanding.
All right, thank you guys for your time. We appreciate you being here. We'll move on in just a couple of minutes. We'll take a quick break. We'll have Iowa in here, but thank you, and good luck the rest of the week, and have fun in Orlando.
Appreciate it, guys.
Appreciate
Thank you.